My name is Robert Pasnau. I'm a professor at the University of Colorado, and I'm a fellow this year at the Institute for Advanced Studies in Paris. My project at the Institute this year is to study the history of philosophy, and I'm particularly concerned with a movement known as the voluntarist movement from the end of the Middle Ages. The voluntarist movement is the place where, for the first time in the history of philosophy, the conception of will becomes central to our very conception of ourselves, our very identity as human beings. One might think that the will is something that had always been a part of philosophical history and always a part of our conception of ourselves, but in fact that's not the case. In antiquity, in the early Middle Ages, in other philosophical traditions, there's nothing quite like the will as we now think of it. And it's in the later Middle Ages, in this voluntarist movement, that first begins to take form. The voluntarist movement was first and foremost a conception of human natures as radically free, as radically autonomous in their ability to make choices. But it's a conception that made its way out into broader culture. It changed ethical thought. It changed political thought. It even influenced literature. It even eventually changed the character of human sciences. And I'm interested in the movement in all of these broad sorts of domains, and I'm working at producing a study that comprehensively thinks about what the voluntary movement is about.